Hello, my name is Keith Glenna, and welcome back to part 3 of my 7 Days to Die Insane Mode series. Well, first observation is that it started me in a horrible spot here. I got the car. So, if you're just tuning in and haven't seen the other previous parts for some reason, and you're starting on part 3, I don't question, I won't judge, but if you're trying to figure out the story of why I started over again, here it is. Part of my agreement of doing this is that whenever I die, I have to start all over with a brand new game from scratch. So, in the previous episode, I had met my demise brutally by a nurse. So here I am, starting over. Like always, basic stuff. Gotta collect resources, some plant fiber, rocks, wood, feathers, stuff like that, so you can start crafting your basic tools like your axe and your shovels. So in the previous episodes, in episode 1, I was going to build a shack, above ground shack, but never actually made it to that point. And in episode 2, I started building a shack, but then got driven from that and turned out I started digging a cave. And it turned out that actually worked much better and much quicker than building a shack. So that is actually what I'm going to be sticking to in this round here. So I gotta start collecting some of these resources a little bit quicker. Gotta dig that cave, and it just gives me a place to run, just in case something bad happens, if I get chased by a zombie or something. So I'm gonna quickly build myself a stone axe here, and start getting my favorites list going. Get the shovel going, get the bow going here. Next, I like to do arrows and wood frames as my final starter favorites list. Just makes things way easier to find things in a pinch. So, even though I'm building a cave, I'm going to need the wooden frames so that it gives me support above me. And if you notice in the previous episode, that zombies still can detect me through dirt. So if you put some frames above you, there's a better chance of you not being detected. Whoops. I did not mean to hit global chat. But anyways, you don't get detected, and it prevents cave-ins, and if you put some on the side, obviously if you get attacked from the sides, it'll save you a little bit, give you a little more time for them to break through. If you're noticing right now, I'm picking up a lot of cotton, because cotton is a very good thing later on in the game. It helps you build things like sleeping bags, which in this kind of game is not needed, because it's usually good for spawning, and whenever I die, I obviously start over anyways, so I don't really need to have a sleeping bag. But it's also good for bandages and torches and weapon repair kits along the line, and flaming arrows, which is also a very nice thing to have. So I'm gonna quickly scrap my stone axe just to get it up a little bit more in level. I actually need more wood. Well, you live and learn, right? So I'm gonna start getting a little bit of wood here, get myself my axe back, and gonna collect some more wood and start digging my cave, and come back when I got a little bit of start of a cave going. Alright, so now I picked a spot. It's what I believe is a good spot. It's, if you look over there, you got some water. Got some trees pretty close by. Up there we got some boulders with clay under it, which as of right now it's not necessary, but once you get a forge going, it is one of the key components of being able to forge anything, really. It's, I believe, a pretty good central location where I don't have to run up too far and run to the chance of running into a zombie. So now I have a spot, so now I'm going to just mark it on the map here really quick, just so if I do have to run out pretty far, I can find my way back home. Because home is where the heart is. So now that I'm gonna be digging down, I want to be able to make this a little more noticeable for myself. So I'm gonna give it a nice little ring around it of wooden frames. So I can do wooden frames all around this, and then a wooden hatch in the middle, and have that act as the door. So I got a nice little platform going. Just make it a little easier to spot if in a pinch. Also, when you're digging, you'll notice that especially on a hill, even though it's technically flat land, there'll be these little bumps and it looks all off. An easy way to flatten the land is placing down wood frames. So if you can see there, now it bumped it down and now it's looking a little more flat. And it's good to also see where you still need to dig to flatten out the land. So if I get rid of this corner here, that should be enough to lay down my little ring around this. And boom. Alright. Crap. Zombies are starting to show up, so I gotta start moving a little bit faster here, so gotta put the hatch on here. And what? Why isn't that? Is that zombie coming? No. Maybe this has to get upgraded? Shouldn't. So I'm trying to level it off with everything else, but for some reason it's acting as it's just gonna fall back down. I don't think I've ever ran into this issue before. Whatever. Alright. So instead of putting the hatch down, I'll figure that out later when there's not a zombie off in the road pretty close here. I'm gonna just craft myself another wooden frame and just keep that where the hatch should be. There. Alright, so now I'm gonna start digging down a little bit more, digging out. Actually, I got enough wood. I gotta start building some ladders as well, because how else am I gonna get out of this? And ladders. Wooden ladder. Actually, I'm gonna favorite that. If I'm gonna be digging downwards, I might need a lot of ladders. I'll start with 10 here. Dig down a little bit more here. Actually, I'm gonna see which way I'm facing, just for preference, whichever way I wanna put the ladder so I can run out. So I'll face towards the water. Alright, so thing about ladders is you don't want to just put them in with dirt. You want to put it on a flat surface. So if you have something like this little diamond shaped thing going on, it is a son of a bitch to try and climb a ladder, especially if you're in a tight situation. So what I always personally do is put down some sort of wooden frame, and then on top of the wooden frame, then I'll put the ladders, so it has a flat surface to go up against. Alright, it's almost nighttime, and I thought I'd give an update. I am still digging, but it sounds like there is a zombie versus bear war going on the entire time up there. And it's quite annoying. Can't a man dig in peace? No? Also, I decided to make a bunch of wooden clubs. Same thing, build up the quality of them. Get myself a good club, good bow. Kill everything that's going on up there. Oh, that's nasty. I think I killed all the zombies. Nice. Unless he's trying to get after me too. No. He's just being annoying. Just screaming and screaming. So it's daytime now, and the bear never shut up, but partly because of my fault, because I've been digging a lot. So, dug this little room, starting to go down here so I can have like a little more of a, kind of want to have my home away from the stairs. So I'll do that. Oh, I gotta put that ladder and stuff. Alright. And then I started digging along the side here as well, so I can get over here, actually, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Dug all the way down here. So if you look at my map, I'm going to try and get towards the water, so I can have unlimited water while I'm down here, so I'm not going to suffer from anything like that. Guess the only other issue would be food, which I don't know if you can grow food underground. It'd be nice. But what they added to Alpha 15 is when you plant something. I'm going to see if I can be quiet and maybe the bear will go away. So when you plant things, if you plant it in regular dirt, you'll only yield one product. So it's pretty much useless for most things. So it takes one corn to create one corn seed, which then if you plant it in regular soil, it gives you one corn, which you just took a really long time just to get that corn back. But if you use fertilizer, it'll yield more. So you can have, there's, I believe, 3 different levels of soil. There's just the regular soil, there is, I don't know, what is it, like tilled soil, and then there is fertilized soil, where the fertilized one will give you the most yield. And to get the fertilized soil, you need to have either a chemistry station or a cement mixer. I don't know. To make fertilizer, guess you can make it in a fire as well, which you need a turd, human turd, which you find in toilets, naturally, nitrate powder, and dirt fragments. So potentially I could actually make that once I make a fire, which I have yet to make in any of these, so that kind of want that to be a new milestone, because I finally made it to day 2, sitting pretty good. And you know what, even though it may attract zombies, I don't care. I'm gonna make myself a fire. And I will put this said fire right there. And then I shall put a secure storage chest right next to it. Alright, so now I can dump all this crap off in here I don't really need. Actually, scrap that. Throw that. Keep the rest. Nope, that. Need that bear to go away because I'm running low on some plant fiber here. Which I'm gonna make seeing how I have enough. Actually, I don't have enough anymore, but it says I do. Don't know why. Only have 32. But I'll make my plant fiber clothing. And you can make a lot of stuff. Plant fiber clothing. Because I didn't, yeah. And I usually do the gloves and the shoes first because they don't protect you as much as the pants and the shirts. So when I finally get to those, the level will be a little bit higher and give me a better durability on it. So wear all of this so I can look pretty fly. Yeah, still gotta show off that 6-pack. I think that bear went away. I hope. Oh yeah, you're gonna do that, aren't you? Here, let me help. See what damage happened up here. Ooh. Ow. That's rude. Didn't even get anything from it. Feel like a gopher. Wow, they really destroyed everything. And can I even get out? I'll take that as a no. But I think I can try and jimmy a ladder right there. Thank God that bear wasn't there, or else I would have been demolished. So I think this is a pretty good place to stop for now. I'm sitting pretty good. Made it through day 1, made it through night 1. All I gotta do is get my my platform back in order here with some wooden frames and a hatch, but other than that, I think I'm good. I think I'm sitting pretty good here. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, please thumbs up the video and subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Keith Klenna. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.